world to another episode of the Hollywood Kippax podcast, the number one Manchester City podcast on Instagram. I'm your co-host with the co-host Alex Mills. Joined with me, as always, is Will Lopez. Will, how's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good. Here we are with another episode. I say that all the time, and I mean it all the time. I'm excited.
So we weren't able to react to the FA Cup semifinal the day of. Typically, what we do is we do a live stream and then we do a live reaction immediately following the match. But there are some technical difficulties that I couldn't sort out, so we just punted on this to today. And so now we're here to react to the FA Cup semifinal that we were watching in person. So, Will, if you can jog back your memory to Saturday, what did you think of the FA Cup semifinal where we edged out Chelsea 1-0 to advance to the FA Cup final?
I mean, it seemed like a pretty solid squad. It looked good. It felt good. But these guys took us to all the way to the 83rd minute. Took us to the 83rd minute, and Bernardo just came through for us, and now we're in the fucking final against United. It should be a good one.
I definitely think the headline for this is Bernardo Silva redemption tour. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Considering the fact that he, had not ceremoniously, but he missed a penalty. You know what I mean? Um, in the Real Madrid game, which as a result, we lost in PKs and have crashed out of Europe. But we got this late goal that
yeah.
sends us forward to an all Manchester FA Cup final once again. How excited are you about that?
Oh yeah, very very good. I'm over the moon that it had to be United. I can't believe I saw that game against Coventry City and I was like, "Oh no, this is looking very very good right now."
I mean, I think we got to put some respect on Coventry City. I actually wanted Coventry City to advance. I think the way they played against Wolves, they came back against them, and I got to the stage, and they came back against United, and then lost some penalties. So
Yep.
I would have, I would have really wanted to play Coventry City, but as we got last year was the first All Manchester FA Cup final, and we're getting it again this year. So just another opportunity for us to clown on United in a cup final. You know what I'm saying? So we'll be
Yeah.
talking about that, doing a little bit of a preview of that here in a minute. But let's just get right into the Manchester City versus Chelsea match. So I'll say this: that we were the better team against Real Madrid and lost on
Yeah.
Wednesday, and then
Yeah.
we were the lesser team again in the semifinal, but we somehow went through. And I think that that's
Yeah.
just really just football. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you could
Yeah.
be the better team and lose, and sometimes you could be the not better team and win. So
Mhm.
for those to recap the game, I would say that we were I feel like some people say that we had a really trash first half, but
Mhm.
I think we were making. I think we had to kind of stay with them. We were making our attacks. Nothing was getting on to goal, But Chelsea definitely looked very threatening. There's some, they had their shots as well. Um, I think the man that kept us in the game and rightfully won the man of the match award was Stefan Ortega for he missed in that match. He had a lot of key saves. But as we said, Bernardo Silva gets that 84th minute goal that puts us up 1-0. There's kind of you were holding your breath for the 8 minutes of stoppage time that was awarded at the end, and it just
Wow.
seemed like the script was written for a Chelsea penalty. Cole
Yeah.
Palmer to take it, and for us to take this to extra time potentially penalties. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
but the boys held on, and now we're through to the FA Cup final. But what did you make of this Chelsea squad?
I mean, you said it best right now. Like it's just football, you know. This morning they got fucking thrashed for 5-0 against Arsenal. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And then they play us and they took us all the way to 1-0 for most of the damn game. So it's just the way she fucking goes, brother. It's the way the
yeah.
fucking football goes, and it's
Yeah,
just
I
you
didn't
know.
watch that, but I heard I got the update on my phone today that Arsenal had thrashed Chelsea 5-0. I was just like,
Hmm.
what the hell, Chelsea? I mean, like, I was counting Chelsea to really come back and give Arsenal a run for their money and for this to
Mhm.
either be like a draw at least, so Arsenal can drop yet another result. But but they
Mhm.
got thrashed. But what do you make of the state of Chelsea? And we also got George Aldap in the chat. So George, let us know your thoughts in the comments about this match. But
You should send them the link, and we should have them on right now.
yeah, let's do it. I'll
Yeah.
send him the link. George, I'm sending you the link.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
So but what do you make of this Chelsea squad? What do you think's going on with this Chelsea squad?
Man, they had the opportunities and they had the players to do it. That runaway by Jackson, man, I could have swore that was it. That they took us, and he did the same thing that Phil Foden did when he got the that amazing ass pass to just do a one on one, and they pushed the ball too far close to the line, and it just cut off that angle that they both had. Because Phil had the same thing where that Kevin De Bruyne pass came through the for the triangular through pass, and he just couldn't. He just as soon as you cut, just kick it in. But they do this little push for no reason, and yeah, I don't know, man. That was really bad. But hey, like you said, Stefan Ortega, you know what I mean? That fool got down too. So it was good. It was good. I mean, both teams really wanted to win. I mean, Chelsea really needs this, and we haven't won a title, and we really want this. So I don't know, man. That's insane. It's insane the way that it went down.
But what do you make of it? Is it a squad problem or is it a coach problem? Do you think Pochettino's on the chopping block now?
It's not fair to have a player. It's not fair to have a coach with accolades like him. You know what I mean? And then just give him this fucking monstrosity that maybe two, three coaches made. You know what I mean? It's like it's not your blueprint. It's a blueprint that someone started building, and then now you came over and take over, and it's like, oh my god, this is what I have to work with. And I mean, when people tell me about the prices on these players and what they do, I mean, it doesn't hit me like that. Maybe because they're not City, or maybe because I don't really know that many of those players. I know some of them, but like the hype behind Caicedo, the hype behind Enzo, the hype behind these players, I'm like, okay, but I mean, show me something. You know what I mean? And I hear the money that's behind the team, and I'm like, what is it? Is it because they're all individuals and there's no actual, like brotherhood, or team what do you call it,
Team dynamic,
no team comrades, you know what I mean, or anything like that,
camaraderie.
it's yeah, camaraderie, there you go, thank you, and chemistry, and it's just a bunch of dollar bills running on their own on that pitch, bro.
I mean, I subscribe to a lot of different Chelsea pages, Chelsea podcasts and stuff, and
Yeah,
like the way they explain their squad to me is like, we got Enzo, he's worth 100 million pounds, he can do this and this and this, and I'm
yeah,
like, but I don't see that on the pitch. You're telling me a price tag that justifies what the player can do? It's just like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? And I think we've had many discussions with our resident Chelsea fan George, who's half a City fan, but
yeah,
that it's really this chairman Todd Bailey, the Dodgers owner,
yeah.
who's like paying top dollar for all these young talent that's supposed to be like these like world beaters, and just throwing them out on the pitch. And I will say this: that this is still a young squad. They can still gel together and make something of it. And I do think Cole Palmer being a revelation will definitely be something to build around for the future. You know what I mean? Like Cole
Oh
Palmer is
yeah,
definitely going to be the
oh
person,
yeah,
the player that they're going to build around stuff. But I think the squad is young, and I also I think a lot of the players are just not living up to their hype, and as a result, the problem always gets blamed onto the manager, and that's what we're seeing is that there's a lot of people wanting Poach's head to roll. So
yeah,
it's a complicated situation for Poach, but but the way football goes, if you're not going to get results with a squad as expensive as this, they're just going to fire you and then get the next, what's it? Just what's it want fool to get into this job, because I don't know, I think that Chelsea job is a little bit cursed, just like their Chelsea number nines, you know what I mean? Like just the amount of number nines that have failed who have gone to Chelsea and haven't been a success. So,
Yeah.
but
I would like
uh,
to see. I would like to see documentary on Chelsea's and United's failed seasons, just to see what that that break room. I mean, what that locker room looks like in halftime and after the game. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Because I want to see what the coach went through, what he's thinking, the meetings he's having. You know what I mean? When they
yeah.
go really into depth, like the ones they do in City, I would like to see what Chelsea's going through right now, like the arrival of Pochettino and all that shit.
Like they should just turn those teams that are like those big six teams that are just having nightmare seasons into um damn it, like the real world, like a what do you call it, the TV, like a, oh my, why is my brain not working
The
today,
reality TV?
reality TV show.
Yeah.
Yes. And then just like have the players come in and just be like, yo, like just give like their unvarnished opinions about things and stuff.
They had something like that on YouTube. It was called The Champions. And it was just pretty much they all lived in one house. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the whole
And
one.
and then there's a bunch of them they made, and they were pretty much like cutthroat. They were making fun of like certain people's looks and the shit they're going through, and like it was really heavy when it was that season where Liverpool and City were neck and neck.
Yeah.
And even Messi's fucking like Messi had this bit where he was like always quiet. He always talks like this and everything, but he has like a Mr. Sacco kind of
Like over the
glove,
shoulder.
and
Yeah.
it's a basketball. I mean, it's a soccer ball, and it's always talking like this, and it's really saying his inner thoughts all the time, and it's being really offensive. But it's not him. It's fucking Messi's thoughts, and he's like, "Hey, that's nice, nice to say." You know what I mean? And it's just
Yeah.
crazy, you know. It's yeah, I can't believe they stopped making those because they were really like controversial in a way. It was like, damn, I can't believe they really said it out there like that. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
yeah, it was cool. It was cool. It was cool. You
But
should check that out.
you're starting to see a lot of clubs produce documentaries, kind of following the step of Manchester City. Like, because I mean, we've done like All or Nothing. We've done now we've done the Trouble documentary, and Liverpool was wanting to do theirs for Klopp's last season, and
Uh,
people were roasting that idea because Klopp, because that it was basically setting up Klopp. The club was trying to set up Klopp to like win a quadruple and like win all these trophies and stuff in his last season, but
hmm
it hasn't really worked out like that. So it's not going to be as compelling as it was with, say, like a Trouble documentary. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
yeah. So, but you're seeing teams a lot of time to do that. And guess who's here? We have Mr. George Aldapa.
George.
I think his screen might be frozen.
There he is.
George, can you hear us? Oh no, you
You
can't.
better, you
So
better
he's
have clothes on, you fool.
you could close.
You better be
Okay,
wearing
we're trying to
shorts.
get George in the chat so
There he is.
we can have him respond. Have him get his 2 cents because he was on
George,
the
can you
episode
hear us?
previously. George, can you hear us? I don't think
Yeah,
you.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Great
Yeah,
Wi-Fi,
sorry,
by
dude.
the
I was
way,
having some
George.
technical difficulty, dude.
All right, George, we got you on the chat, or well, we got you here now. So, but George, we're reacting to this FA Cup semifinal. You know what? You were not in the chat though in the reaction on
Very
Saturday. Yeah,
interesting.
very conspicuously absent.
Yeah.
Does man have too much pride?
You better pump the brakes, dude. You better pump the brakes.
I ain't pumping brakes for no fucking person, dude. You, yeah, I want you're now you're here. We want your reaction. You have the floor, G. Take it.
You know Chelsea should have won that game.
Yeah, I fully admit
Silva
that.
was there at the right place at the right time. But fucking Jackson, dude, shoot the damn ball. I mean, he could have had a fucking hat trick.
Yeah, with the
And
attempts he
and
had, yes.
I don't know, dude. It's my dude. You're it's nuts, dude. And especially on the last time when I mean, the only time I see was a good shot was from Foden, just outside the box on the left when Foden took a left shot, and
Yeah.
Petrovic, he saved it. But I mean, other than that, Chelsea, I thought they played really well, and it was just unfortunate what happened. But and especially, I mean, I don't want to talk about it, but it just showed like why Jackson, like why Pochettino's still starting him. He has no one else to play him. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
it's it,
it sounds like a case of Chelsea fans being a bit finicky towards their players. Like one week Jackson's doing super well, and you guys all like saying like, "Oh, how good Jackson is," and then all of a sudden he has like 2 games of like just not scoring goals, and then he goes, "Oh, get him off the pitch, coach! Get him off my club! Get out of my club!" You know what I mean? Like,
you know that it's funny you say that because me and Patrick were just talking about this this afternoon. He was like, dude, you were so big and bad about Jackson coming in and blah blah blah. I said, yeah, that was the summertime, but I mean, or in the beginning or preseason, but now it's just, I mean, he had that one good game against Spurs when he had that hat trick, but we were up like 3 guys. So of course, oh no, 2 guys. Um, but I mean, it was we need Christopher Nkoku back urgently.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
And
he has a
and
lot of
it,
injuries.
it, it doesn't and it doesn't. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Broya, but shit, man, at least he shoots the fucking ball.
Yeah.
Um, and maybe like there's this young dude in the U21 group. He's Ronnie Stutter. He's a decent player. I mean, what more is gonna, it wouldn't hurt to show him again. You know what I mean? To show him play. So I don't know,
Yeah,
man. It's
Man.
just I'm
I
on this. I mean, it's frustrating.
I mean, I'll say
I
that you
I,
guys have more
I have a
shots on
question for
goal.
you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead,
No,
dude.
go ahead, Will.
No, I just wanted to ask George how he felt about this morning's loss.
Hey, Alex,
I,
I
I,
specifically said.
you know what though? I was gonna say it like this, George. Like George, I know you asked me not to tell you about our loss this morning, but I'm going to anyways. So yeah, how's that 5-0 loss sitting with you?
Oh my god.
How's it going down? How's it washing down your throat?
Yeah, I have to I had to hear it from Patrick. I had to hear it from my other buddy who's a United fan. Uh,
Damn.
like, dude, five, dude, and especially I couldn't remember if Havertz had a hat trick or he had 2 goals. So and of course that's gonna make a stinger on that. I don't quote me on that. I think he scored 2. I don't think that he got the third one. But God, man, it's against Arsenal. It's a tough one.
you had
They definitely had their guns out.
you had one
Yeah.
job to put up a result against Arsenal, at least a
And help
draw,
the homies out.
and help the homies out, and not let another London rival win or potentially win this league. Um, and then you guys get shellacked 5-0. You know what I mean? Like that's like unhomey like behavior. You know what I mean? Like
It's
we
Mm.
unacceptable. I think Pochettino is still. I'm still unread. So Pochettino, if you're listening, you gotta read my DMs, man.
oh
There
George
you go. See,
Alcalpa
that's the way to reach them.
is having choice words with Pochettino and reaching out to his DM. So, Pochettino, if you're listening to this, he
And we know you
listen.
are.
You know you are because Pep listens to this podcast as
Yeah,
we've seen in the
definitely.
past. Definitely. Um, we got Treasure Troller in the chat, our resident Crystal
Oh,
Palace
welcome
fan,
back.
asking about how about that Palace, and then in response to George, he said, "Woulda, coulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda."
Damn.
So, Treasure Troller, give us our Crystal Palace update. Tell us what we need to know about Crystal Palace. George jumped off, but we welcome George. Thank you,
Yeah.
George. And to move on, as I mentioned, Ortega,
Yeah,
is the man of the match. What did you think about Ortega between the posts on Saturday?
not bad, not bad. I was kind of in a way when I was like, okay, if he goes to penalties, I kind of feel like he can do maybe a little better. You know what I mean? Other than Ederson's performance, but I was just interested to see how that went, just to see how things would have went differently in the champions. But let's not talk about that.
Yeah. So we're moving on to our takeaways now. So as we mentioned before earlier, Will, that we are now heading to the FA Cup final, and we are facing Manchester United in yet another back-to-back all Manchester FA Cup final. So we mentioned how stoked we are, but we can do a little bit of a preview now. So Will, what are you expecting going into this FA Cup final?
Ass whoop, ass whoop, ass whoop. Dog. We have a meme ready for tomorrow, and oh god damn it, these two guys know how to party. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
Halan,
I just gotta
Halan
say,
and
Halan
Foden.
and Foden. These guys love playing against United, especially Halan. So it's gonna be dope. I think it's gonna be great. I mean, I saw a meme earlier this morning. God damn, just I love soccer memes, dude. Some people just create some shit that it's fucking hilarious. Some guy was acting he was supposed to be fucking a little dude, does the tricks in United, gets criticized so bad and always fuck. He was known as a woman beater. Oh god damn. The little dude on the right wing. What's his name?
Um, Delo.
No,
You're not
on the
talking
right
about
wing.
Ganacho, are you?
No. Damn, they just use that position for everybody, huh? He has like the tattoos on his skin, on his fucking
Anthony.
right neck. Anthony, there you go.
Oh,
It was supposed to
Anthony.
be,
Anthony.
yeah, it was supposed to be, and this is what he did in real life. After the penalties, he went to the side of the fans and he started scoring hardcore. Yeah, you know what I mean? And then in the meme, it was supposedly him like celebrating, and they're all like, "Yeah," and then the team was like, "Anthony, get your fucking stupid ass over here. What the fuck are you doing?" He's like, "Dude, what the fuck? We just beat City." He goes, "You dumbass, that's Coventry City." He's like, "Oh shit." He goes, "We play City next." He's like, "Oh fuck." And then the video ends. Oh dude, I was like, that's exactly how you motherfuckers should feel. You know what I mean? These guys know what it is. And we haven't won shit. We haven't won shit, boys. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? City hasn't won anything yet. And I'll be fucking damned if we give United the fucking FA Cup. Fuck no, dude. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be
Oh
good.
man. Yeah. It's just you love making United content. I have a few up my sleeve, and you love to give it to United pretty large, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think it's going to be a little bit more competitive than it was in last year, because last year, what, it was a 2-1. Gundo scored within 15 seconds, classic goal now. And, it just seemed like a little bit of a runaway in that game. Just the way this United squad is playing, I think they know that win against Coventry doesn't didn't go down for them as a win.
Mm-mm.
Eric Ten Hag had some strong words for his squad.
Yeah.
After that, it's like, it's like that's just disgraceful, etc. And then, and there's always that mindset when you're about to play City, like they just get psyched up to play the game of their lives. You know what I mean? But City's just that different beast. You have that different level of quality, and I mean, I haven't checked the injury list yet, but we'll see who will be available then. But by the time the game is played, the league is wrapped up. So City will potentially be league champions by that time, and then we'll see how the FA Cup pans out. But I have no auspicions we'll win this. We'll get that W, and then yet another FA Cup, all Manchester FA Cup final, because last year was the first one in FA Cup history, and now it's back to back, so it's like lightning strikes twice. You know what I mean?
Damn.
So it's going to be a good FA Cup final. But George, since you're back on, what are your thoughts
Yeah.
about this all Manchester FA Cup final?
I think it's gonna be a good one, but I still, for obvious reasons, United is not gonna get this dub, dude. Negative.
Come on, guy.
Dude,
What the
just
fuck are you doing here?
do you not like free kits, George? Like, there's literally a free kit on the table for you if you just say the words. You've already
Dude,
said the words.
I am.
Say it
Oh
You know,
again.
god.
dude, you know I'm not gonna fucking go for United. You're crazy that fast.
Hey,
Yeah, but
I was about to say, are you treasure troller?
are you treasure troller?
He's
Oh,
trolling right now, G. That's
treasure troller.
crazy. Nah, but yeah, come on, dog. We know who you're going for, George. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
and
So
Come on,
it's just crazy that
you already know the vibes, dude. You already know. Yeah,
yeah,
shit. Wish I had
yeah,
Pacific.
yeah,
I
yeah.
wish I had Pacifico though.
I
Oh man,
oh, where's my Pacifico
I'm
shit?
sick as fuck right now, so I'm not really drinking Pacificos right now.
I
I
got
Well,
wish
you
I
mine.
better
had one though.
I
you
got
better be ready
mine.
by Saturday, huh?
Oh yeah, that's
Actually,
right. That's right.
I'm
Oh
out of
shit, that's
town.
right. We're gonna be hanging out,
Actually, I'm gonna
huh?
be out of
Well, I mean,
town.
I don't know. We'll see.
I didn't.
All right.
I'm my girlfriend. And I got. I'm going up north to Solvang, the Dutch country, up in California. So
Oh,
unfortunately, will not be able to make it. But
Excuse me.
I know. I apologize in advance. But anyhow,
Okay.
so
Uh huh.
that's the FA Cup. We can move on now to some city news. Today, as of today, two big news pieces. So there are strong reports that suggest that Bernardo Silva will leave in the summertime to Barcelona. Will, do you believe these reports?
Yes, I do believe these reports because this has been what the fourth, fifth year in a row that they keep mentioning this. This guy wants out, and especially after screwing us out of the Champions League. Not fucking around. He made a fire, and now he's leaving when leaving everything burning behind him. Nah, I'm just fucking around. He fits perfectly into what Barca want to do. So yeah, I believe it, dude. I fucking definitely believe that.
I think this is finally the year that he does leave because I know someone was mentioning it, like, don't believe this. This is the same cycle that we get every 5 years. I remember I remember the season before we won the treble and that there was rumors of him going to Barcelona, and like I was like on bended knee, just like, don't leave, we need you. And then he stayed, and we won the treble, and then it's like, oh, this might be the season where he leaves. You know what I mean? Stayed
Yeah,
again, but I just think these reports that I've been reading on social media this morning, it's like he wants to join Barcelona. His camp is making moves to go to Barcelona. I just feel like these reports, like, yeah, I mean, I think he's I think he even said in this report too that he just feels like his time at City has run its course, and like it has. I mean, like, he won a treble, he's won all these trophies with City, and they were going for double treble, and the fourth Premier League back to back definitely is going to be a capstone on his City career. And once he gets that, then he can rouse in the sunset and go play for the poverty franchise of Barcelona. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't know how
yeah,
the dynamics of that move would make, because Barcelona is in such a just shambolic financial state where it's just like how they can even afford to get Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva did say he would be willing to take a pay cut, but like the way that
mm-hmm,
Barcelona's finances are working right now, it's like they're just such in a bad state where it's like, can they even make that move? You know what I mean? And one person even brought this
yeah,
up today. Have they even paid us for Ferran Torres? You know what I mean?
oh
Like,
yeah,
yeah.
that's
So
right.
like, there's so many different problems wrong with that. So, uh, what else? What else about this, Will?
Well, if this happens for Barcelona, it'll be automatically the Arsenal effect. When three of our players or two of our players went out that way, Arsenal started shaping up a little bit in their season. So to see maybe João Cancelo, Gundogan, and Bernardo Silva playing for Barca, I think shit might be shaping up a little bit better for Barca when it comes to them playing La Liga. So I mean, I'm kind of interested to see that, just to see if that's true. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Real Madrid also is in the mix too, because Real Madrid has expressed that they are looking into making a move for him, because uh, uh, Silva's buyout clause is 50 million pounds. So, if I think Madrid would have that money to be made, but I'm just interested in seeing how that would work out for Madrid, because I think they're expecting next year to be Mbappe, Vinny, and Rodrigo to be their 3 starting forwards. But Silva getting in there, I think I rate Silva over Rodrigo. You know what I mean?
Damn, that
But
sounds like a sick ass lineup.
yeah,
Holy
I mean,
shit.
just the fact that Real Madrid's getting Mbappe next year, they're just. I mean, Madrid's already tipped to be favorites. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And Barcelona also have a pretty decent squad too, but that Real Madrid lineup's looking to be pretty formidable. You know what I mean for that coming
yeah,
year. But Silva leaving, I think it's pretty. I believe the report is pretty certain, and I'm definitely counting him to be not in the squad next year. But this window is going to be definitely a interesting
cleansing.
window. You know what I mean? Just like we'll see a lot of players come in, maybe some key players leave. We've talked about it a few times on this podcast, but in my opinion, I think players who are going to be leaving are probably Walker, Silva. Walker and Silva, I think, are the two that are like I think who are going to leave. Anyone else you
Yeah.
think is going to leave? Will?
Sergio Gomez,
Yeah,
Ooh,
you
FA
got
Cup
that
man.
right.
FA Cup man, on the
Yeah,
way to somewhere like Milan. Watch.
yeah, that's a
Ooh,
likely destination. I think Galatasaray has already expressed interest in him. I think Galatasaray is already targeting him for a move.
he'll
Um,
come to Chelsea.
ooh,
Oh my god. Hey, I wouldn't
I'll,
fucking doubt that, bro.
and I'll sell you the rights to FA Cup man if he moves to Chelsea.
Ooh,
I'll,
you heard it here.
I want three
Sell you the
million.
rights. So
I'll
you
take
may
3
finish the
million,
script.
3 million, and a producer credit still.
And a 12
Uh,
pack of Pacifico.
and 12 pack of Pacifico.
Ooh,
FA Cup man.
take that.
We're doing deals. We're doing Hollywood deals on this podcast, guys. These
There's
are the Hollywood Kippax, right?
That's
So you heard it here first. If I'm selling him the rights, so he goes to Chelsea. But Kevin De Bruyne, there's been a rumor that Saudi Arabian teams want him, and he hasn't really decided his future yet. And City's optimistic though that he will sign back. Well, what do you make of all this?
that he'll
Hullabaloo.
sign for maybe 1 or 2 more years.
Yeah.
I agree. I think he will stay. But that visual I saw on Instagram today about the interest of going to the MLS. The fuck is that all about? It seemed very official.
I'm not sure how official it is. I don't think there's anything official about anything that's happening with his future. I think it's likely he'll sign back with Manchester City for another 2 seasons, and then we'll go from there. But will we see Kevin De Bruyne go to LAFC?
That would be amazing. But the fact that I saw him with God damn it, Toronto with the Toronto uniform, I was like, oh shit, this fool really does want to chill with Drake, kick it in the six. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But we all know
So
how
when
that works out when the Drake effect is the kiss of death. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever team he reps, that team
yeah,
is not doing well. You know what I mean? So I would say steer clear of Drake if I were Kevin De Bruyne.
right.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was
Oh,
a picture of him
ooh,
and Insignia together playing supposedly. I was like, oh shit, interesting.
interesting.
But yeah, but nah, I think 1 more year, because the guys Kevin De Bruyne is not the Kevin De Bruyne when he barely joined. You know, our guy's getting old, bro.
Yeah.
He's getting fucking old, and I mean, look how injured he got this season. You know, it came to a point where there was some big games he should have started, and we're like, hey, what's going on? It's like, hey, he's sick. Hey, he's injured. His foot hurts. His fucking, you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, I'll give him 1 more year.
Treasure Trollers in the chat saying that I think they should trade up and take JJ McCarthy for uh for say if you get that joke, JJ McCarthy is the former is the what's it, the Michigan quarterback. So he's talking about he's making a joke about the NFL draft.
Oh,
City
I thought you said Jenny McCarthy.
Jenny McCarthy. JJ McCarthy. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
City's going to get Caleb Williams
Oh
in
well.
this draft. No, um, yeah, interesting. Bet your wise paycheck on it. Interesting. Treasure Troller. All right, so all right, let's see.
I already heard what he
Treasure
said.
trolling. You know what I mean? That's what he is.
Yeah.
Giving us a Crystal Palace update. Oh no, he did. He did. Upcoming bets taking Palace, Man City, and Liverpool. We still need that Crystal Palace update. What was the score of their last game? Treasure Troller.
Watch it be George that's treasure troller the whole time, and he's typing right now
Yeah, dude.
while he's on the
Damn.
podcast with us. Oh, see, he is treasure troller. He
Yeah,
just left when I said that.
he's like been found out, and he just zoomed off. Yeah, George jumped off. I'm not sure he's coming back, but George, it was
Yeah,
nice. Oh, it's nice having you. But
yeah,
so moving on though, another big news bit was that City just released their 24-25 kits early on the Chinese Puma website. Did you see this, Will?
yes, I did see this.
Uh,
And what are we
love
doing
hate.
with our uniforms, man?
I don't know. This is a severe drop off in quality in terms of our kits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, I just think like we've had such badass kits in the last like 2 or 3 years, and then for now to have it come to this, I think is a major letdown. I know there's been like a lot of rumors and a lot of concepts circulating online, but at one point last season, I heard that it was that next year's kits were going to be a throwback to like the early 2000s kits, like when we had the Saab sponsor,
yeah,
and then but then that didn't happen. And these kits, it's 3 kits. One is the home kit, traditional sky blue with the 0161 on the hems of the arm and neck, and then it's like the navy kit that we had like a while back in like the late last decade, and then there was the burgundy which we had in like 2017, I believe.
yeah.
So to be honest, I don't do I rate it. I think the third kits and the away kits are pretty decent. um
That green one?
the it was in the photo, it was the second and third one,
Oh yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah. That second one, that blue with the mix in it, that looks like a pajama, and I hate. It reminds me of that deep blue one where everything was in the middle. Back when
Yeah.
Gundogan before he left, I fucking hated that jersey, dude. And then I don't know. I mean, with the way these jerseys look, those fucking those training that training suit better look fire as fuck.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you know, I just, but the home kit though, I just feel like the home kit is like a prototype that hasn't been workshopped enough. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
using my teacher brain with that design. If I was grading that design of a kit, you know what I'm saying? I think that kit honestly is not just, it needs more time. You need to workshop that thing, bro. Like that thing is
yeah,
it's a good concept. Like with the 0161, I do like that like notion of like the Manchester City area code, you know what I'm saying? But I just feel like that jersey just needs a little bit more thought, a little bit more work. Um, like I don't know, dude. I'll take a collar on the jersey. I've been saying this, like throw it back to the '90s, like the one I'm wearing right now. Well, this is an '89 kit, but the kits that were in the '90s had collars to them. Like give us a collar jersey. I would love a collar jersey again. There was also it was going to be a throwback to the late '90s with the with the highlighter green and black brother thing that a lot of City fans like to wear that kit, but it turns out that was just a concept, and
thank
we
God.
we we are having these kits now, and like I'll say, like if I'm already looking ahead to buy a kit for next season, maybe that navy kit, the third kit, if that's the away kit, the third kit.
Oh, the pajama.
No, well, yeah, I guess. Fuck it. But uh
Fuck it.
it might be the kit that I wear, because a kit that I
Yeah,
buy, because I think if that home kit still is what it's gonna be, I'm not gonna I think I'll buy it. I don't think I'll buy it. But
that shit's very designer.
someone
You
said it
know,
looked
like
like a Calvin Klein design. You know what I mean?
yeah, you
Like
know what I mean. Like I don't know. That looks weird, dog.
I don't know, man.
Bubble tea.
It's shaping up to be disastrous. You know what I mean? It's just like that kit. Then apparently I heard CP Company's going to start doing the jacket, the bench jacket for City, like with the goggles and
Oh, that's
stuff.
right.
So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
we're going to get like these like hella designer jerseys that are just going to be kind of ridiculous. And it's like, oh my God, I don't want us to set ourselves up for failure next year. Like, new year, new kit, get that good kit feel and go win a few trophies. You know what I mean? But like, if our kits look like trash next year, it's like, we're going to be all in our head and shit. It'd be like,
Yeah.
and just like, and not win anything. It's just like, God damn. You
And
know what
Kevin
I'm
De
saying?
Bruyne being our oldest player in that team, I wonder what he thinks about all these fucking weird ass changes.
Yeah, I don't know. We need to have KDB on the podcast. But George, is there any Chelsea kits for next year that are on the cards? Have you seen anything in
I
your
haven't I haven't seen anything recently, no. But no, I haven't seen anything recently, dude.
okay? I know you guys got that hologram. It's like a
The
hologram.
hologram one.
Yeah, yeah. Like, they wish that they could just stick like their club crest is just a hologram Charizard on their logo. You know what I'm saying? Just like put this that one on there. You know what I
Charizard.
mean?
Ooh, the Charizard, dude.
Yeah, we're driving Charizard now on this podcast. Charizard. It's a hologram Charizard. But
You gotta be careful, dude. That's like the Red Devils, dude. You gotta be careful, man.
that is true, yeah.
Get
But
like you gotta give me like Blastoise, dude.
There
yeah,
I'm
you
blue.
go.
you guys have a lion on your crest, right? That's your mascot. Yeah.
Was that what was that like
Well,
Arcanine then?
Well, what is this? The mascot have a name for Chelsea? Is it like what's the
yeah,
lion?
it's the cowardly lion.
The Cowardly Linus the Lion? That's
Got
the name of it?
him. Got him.
Linus. Hey, Linus.
Detroit Lions.
The Detroit Lions. Yeah. So,
Look at me.
yeah, that's enough of that. But anyhow, just another bit of news. Good news. Foden is expecting his third child.
Damn. That could
Yeah,
be
how old is he?
cooking.
He's young. He's like 24, I believe. 23, 24.
Okay.
You
Well,
know, when you're a
Say that.
that's
professional
fair.
when you're a professional player like that,
Yeah.
you're wanted. You'll just be churning out babies. You know what I mean? Like that's just how it goes. You
You
know what I
think
mean?
his lady sees him score a sick ass hat trick, and then she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna fuck that guy today."
Oh
Like
my
I
god, dude.
like I want to make another kid with that fucking champ.
Yeah, I'm sure that's working on an evolutionary level. I'm sure that's what's happening. You know what I mean?
Because
Just
that
like
means that they made this kid during the five titles.
is that right? No, I mean if he's expecting a third child, are we really talking about his wife's when he conceived? When did they conceive this baby? Uh,
Yeah. Because
what
if he's being born soon, that means they did that last
is
year,
it's no,
and
it's
Phil Foden was
expecting.
killing it.
Yeah,
Oh, they're expecting.
it's expecting. So it must be recent news. So Foden must have
Well,
had sex in the last 2 months.
after, yeah, after celebrating the treble. Oh, okay, that's
I
even
can't.
hotter, dude.
I can't believe we're talking about this. We're speculating about when Foden and his wife had sex to have this
Yeah,
child.
hey man, he's bringing more Fodens into the fucking academy, you know.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. For real, for real. This is you never hear the analysis on a podcast. You know what I mean? That's how much we love our team. We will speculate about players' sex lives, about when they had
I'm
children.
excited. I'm
What what
excited. Shit,
what should be the baby's name?
fucking Flash Foden,
Flash.
sick, and then the other Bolt. You know how he likes to do that thing with his hair.
Yeah.
Damn.
We should call him damn Foden. What's a good name for a for that would go with Foden? No, Flash. Yeah, I'm taking it. Flash Foden it should be the nickname, or it should be the name.
Gee.
Flash Philip Foden.
You're
Like,
welcome, Phil.
yeah, we just named your kid for you.
There you go.
Damn, yeah. So, any thoughts about that, George? Foden having a
that,
baby?
that was
That
funny.
just
That was
happened.
funny, dude.
Yeah.
We got to get your
See,
opinion
that's
about
why. See, that's why he's having the phenomenal season.
a phenomenal season.
Oh, I
Oh,
like
yeah,
that. The phenomenal season. Cut
yeah.
it, copyright it, stolen from George.
Still has to
Whoa, whoa,
steal it.
whoa!
Steal it from George. Like I
Thank you,
lost it.
George.
Thank you, George. All right. So we are in the down the stretch of the season, right?
Yeah,
Where we got our last what, like six
five.
games, 5, 6 games.
Yeah.
And for us to recap, we're playing Brighton this Thursday away, and then Sunday at Nottingham. So we want to preview those games. So, Will, let's take it with Brighton. What are your thoughts about this Brighton match?
This is a must win. A must win. No more, nothing else other than the W's till the end of the season. You know, because out of the 5 titles that we won last year, we have the chance at 2 now.
Hmm.
And fuck, dude, we the EPL is the best one to win, and we want it more than ever. And we'll be the first we'll be the first English team to rock 4 EPL fucking titles back to back. So we're going big dick on this one, bro. Because
Yeah,
Brighton is not fucking around either.
yeah. So how we? I mean, those are 2 games really close space together. So what's our starting 11 against Brighton?
I want to try this. Here we go. Julian Alvarez. Uh, no, fuck. Nah, I'll give him his due. Jeremy Doku, Haaland, Bernardo, Phil Foden, Kevin De Bruyne, Rodri, Ak is back, Ruben Diaz, John Stones, Kyle Walker, and Ederson.
Mm.
Come on, dude. That's like the ultimate 11.
I just think there's some things we could change about that. I think I'd start Gavardiol on the left. Uh,
Okay.
Gavardiol. I do agree. I have not Haaland, Alvarez playing this game. Um,
Hmm.
Alvarez starting. You said Doku on the left, right?
Yeah.
And then Bernardo Silva on the right,
Yes.
and then uh, who was your center attacking midfielder?
Philly and Kevy.
Phil and Kev, and then Rodri, and
Yep.
then Gavardiol, uh, Gavardiol, Diaz, Stones, Walker. Is that right?
All right.
All
Yes.
right. Okay. So yeah,
Just
I
to
think
change
that
it up. All right.
that's I think that's a potential of what we can get. I'm looking at Brighton's injuries. I remember Evan Ferguson was the one that was everyone was touting as being a potential world beater, but he is currently injured right now. So,
Hmm.
but just like this is another team, just going off of vibes right now. Like they're a team that like I don't even know where they're sitting in the Premier League table. I should look that up. But they're a team that can definitely take it to City
They're
and
below
could
Chelsea,
they could
FYI.
okay. Because Chelsea's ninth place. All right. So yeah, so this is a team that can definitely take it to City. They're a mid-table team, and this could be a banana peel for us. But their form is they won their last game and they've lost, drew, lost, drew in their last 5. So I mean, this is definitely going to be a challenging game, but I think we can get this. But this is going to be like 5 cup finals. As everyone's been saying on social media, it's 5 cup finals. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to win every single one.
Seriously.
You know what I mean?
Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's the Brighton match. So how do we rotate our squad for the Tottenham? Not Tottenham. For Nottingham Forest.
You got to keep going with the full force. Fuck. Right now, it's to the point where we don't need to worry about 2 more squads anymore. We're down to full force on everything, brother. You know what I mean? Full
Yeah.
force. It's not about, oh, this is the FA Cup fucking squad. This is the nah, man. It's gonna be full on fucking big dick 11 the whole fucking time, bro. You know? because we only
Mhm.
have the final to worry about and just the EPO. And now it's come down to the nitty gritty. Who's gonna come with their best? Liverpool, fucking Arsenal. Everybody needs to come with their best. So we need to do that too. So I'm sticking to the Big Dick 11 I just said right now.
So I mean, but this it's like 5 games in the next like 2 weeks, 2 3 weeks, where there's a lot of rotating involved. I mean, and this was a question I actually was going to ask. I didn't ask it, but now I'm going to ask it because it seems like there was this. I saw this clip today of from I think it was one of the City Extra guys that was on BBC Manchester who was talking about how City has a squad depth problem. I know that might sound kind of off for you guys, considering that City has a pretty stellar bench. But the point that he was bringing up is that City have a squad depth problem because they have players on the bench that can play multiple roles, but there's no like a dedicated player under each role. But I saw the chat, and I don't necessarily agree with that. I do. I think the only position in City's squad where we do lack depth is Rodri's position. Like we don't have a backup for Rodri. If Rodri gets dropped, we have like our we play differently. You know what I mean? Like we just that's the critical component, and that's definitely something we're trying to sort out in the next summer window, which is find a replacement or find a substitute for Rodri. You know what I mean? Like so Rodri
Yeah,
doesn't have to play every single game, right? I think that's the only position where we really truly lack squad depth. But in every position, I think you can find a replacement for that person that who can be rotated. You know what I mean? Like some positions, I see like at least like 3 or 4 players like that are playing in that role. You know what I mean? But like I just the only I think the only position on the pitch that we don't have a definite backup is for Rodri. But otherwise, I
I
think
agree.
we do have squad depth and we can rotate players. It's still important that we rotate players this part of the season because um, we have so many games, like rescheduled games and stuff. The Tottenham match is going to be on the Tuesday before our last game. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So with this time with the nine and fours, I'd say we rotate it and add the players that would be available. You know what I mean? Like Grealish, Ake, like players that didn't play in that game can play in the next game. But definitely like the people that need to stay on the pitch at all times is Rodri, KDB, Foden, uh, Silva, Diaz, Stones, um,
Hmm.
and then find a time to play Halan. I think we play Halan against. Maybe we go with Halan in the Brighton match because no, I think we should go with Alvarez. I think Alvarez is right now is my and then we just rotate Halan to the Nottingham Forest match and let him run amok for that. So
Yeah, I like
so
that.
yeah, well, I totally forgot to do this, but I need to do some podcast updates. And we got a few of them. So we podcast updates. We just reached 1,800 followers on Instagram.
Sheesh.
Yeah, and the goal is to get to 2,000 by the end of the season.
Nice.
It's kind of funny that George is here. I remember I was sitting in a bar with George in Southern California locally because George is formerly from Southern California, and we're sitting in a bar in Downey, and we were just talking about our goals for both of our podcasts because George is from Bit of Banters. You guys go follow him; it's a great podcast, friends of the podcast.
Yes, the
Our day
homies.
one shout out to them. But I was like, my goal is to get to 1,000 followers by the end of the season. And George goes, "Dude, you totally do that. Like you'll get to 1,000 followers." And I'm like,
Hmm.
"Okay, okay," you know what I mean? But then
Yeah,
we hit 1,000 followers like back in December or January, and
yeah,
then we became the number one Man City podcast on Instagram in January. And then we've been growing our podcast all spring long, and now we're approaching 2,000 followers. So we've what we thought was 1,000 was like the goal. Like we've doubled that now. So
yeah.
this the amount of support that we've received from City fans and people who are vibing with our content, who dig our content, and we have 1,800 followers, and we're growing on YouTube. Right now, we have about 284 subscribers on that and counting, and it grows every
Nice.
day by about 5 subscribers per day. Because by subscribing to us on YouTube, you can enter our kit giveaway. And so and sub to us, enter our kit giveaway, you could potentially win a free kit. So help us on the road to 1K, because once we reach 1K, we can monetize our channel. We can do super chats and stuff like that. So
Yep.
we get a lot more features once we get to 1,000 followers. So definitely subscribe to us there. But I mean, it's been exciting to see our podcast grow from like where we were at the beginning of the season. I believe we were at like 350 followers
Yeah.
in beginning of the year, and now we're at nearing 2,000. Is pretty crazy, and we had a lot of engagement today on our posts about different things. So it's starting to see how our channel's always been changing. Our content's been changing, but yeah,
Yeah.
you can follow us at Hollywood Kippax across all social media platforms: KIPPAX, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Will, I mean, we're kind of nearing the hour mark, as you say. Instagram, turns us off at the end of an hour. But Will, is there anything else that you wanted to say before we sign off?
Just fucking up the fucking Blues. You know what I mean? Up the fucking Blues, and let's get these dubs, man. We want this title. We want this EPL title. I think we really, really want this EPL title since we don't got else. You know what I mean? Just the FA Cup. So I'm excited for these fucking
You
games
guys
that are coming up.
control your own destiny, dude.
For
There
real.
you go.
You
Yeah,
do.
start controlling yours, fucker.
All right. George, any final last word before we sign off?
No, dude. I'm just it's just amazing what you said about this, how your podcast with you guys and Ipkiss, shout out to Ipkiss, not listening on
Yeah,
here, but just how it's just growing. And I remember just reaching out to you for the first time during the summertime,
yeah,
and like you said, like 300, 200, easy peasy, dude.
Yeah.
yeah,
You shot called it, Will. Not Will, George, and we appreciate you for manifesting that for us, or putting that out in the ether and then getting it and asking the results. So this is time to sign off. Once again, you can follow us across all social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. This is a podcast your girlfriend tells you this is a podcast that what's the my
come
brain.
You're
on,
on time crunch, dude. Come
This
come
on.
on,
this
you
is
got it, you
this
got
is
it.
a podcast that your girlfriend tells you not to worry about, and this is a podcast that supports the
There you
best
go.
team in the land.
The best team in the world. Come
Come
on,
on,
City.
City. Come on,
Come
City.
on.
Come
You
on.
know,
You know it's going to be
sit,
biblical
tit,
mind.
sit, tit,
Cheers.
sit, tit.
Brighton
Come on,
midweek.
George. Sit,
Nottingham
tit,
Forest on
sit, tit.
Sunday. Cheers. Have a good night. See you later.
Peace.
Peace.
All right.